to Books and Bites for Kids, brought to you by the Harvard Dickens Library, where we combine good food with good books for great fun. Today's recipe is chocolate cherry mice. Are you ready? Let's get your ingredients and supplies together, and then we'll dive into the recipe. Today, we're going to be making some chocolate mice. They look just like that. Aren't they cute? They're made out of a maraschino cherry with a stem, a Hershey's chocolate kiss, some sliced almonds, and a little bit of icing for the eyes. Now, before you begin any recipe, no matter how good it is, please make sure you have a grown-up's permission to use the supplies in the kitchen and the equipment that we'll be needing. The first step we're going to do is to take our chocolate chips, and we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of shortening to the chocolate chips. Then you'll heat the chocolate chips in the microwave at 50% power until the chocolate chips are all melted. Keep stirring the chocolate chips together with the shortening until it's all very smooth. When your chocolate is melted nice and smooth, make sure you don't see any leftover pieces of chocolate chips in the chocolate. It's time to start making your mice. I'm going to set my spatula off to the side, and then you want to start with a maraschino cherry. Grab it by the stem, dip it into the chocolate. It's okay to cover some of the stem, that's all right. And let it drip off a little bit into the chocolate so that it gets some of the extra chocolate off. Put that on your cookie sheet and then go on to the next maraschino cherry. Dip it in the chocolate, get a little bit on the stem, let it drip off, and then put it on your cookie sheet. Keep doing that with all of your cherries until you have all of them coated with the chocolate. Cover a little bit of the stem, let the extra chocolate drip off, then put it on your cookie sheet. Once you have all of the cherries covered with chocolate like this, put them in the refrigerator for about an hour for the chocolate to firm up. Keep your chocolate, though, handy, because once the chocolate cherries are firmed up, then we'll be able to come back and dip them again and put the Hershey's Kiss onto the mouse. Once you've let the cherries harden in the refrigerator for about an hour, it's time to give them a second dip in the chocolate. And this time we'll attach the Kiss candy for the head and add the almonds for the ears. If you need to, you may need to warm up your chocolate again so it's nice and soft and easy to dip the cherries in. That's what I had to do with mine. Let's begin. I'm going to start with this cherry right here. It doesn't have much of a stem, but that's okay. I'm going to use it anyway. I'll dip it again in the chocolate, swirl it around a little bit, tap it off, wait for some of the chocolate to drip off. Then I'll put it back on my cookie sheet, but this time I'm going to grab one of the kisses and I'm going to put it right up against the cherry so it's sticking to the chocolate. You may need to hold it that way for a minute or two until it sticks, and then go on to the next cherry. Pick it up by the stem, dip it in the chocolate so it's getting a nice chocolate bath. Let some of the chocolate drip off so you don't have too much chocolate on the cherry. Then put it back on the cookie sheet, but this time stick a Hershey's Kiss right to one side of it, just like that. Continue dipping all of the cherries in the chocolate. Give them each a good bath with lots of chocolate. Let some of the chocolate dip off, drip off, and then put the cherry back on the cookie sheet and stick on a Hershey's Kiss, just like so. Now, once the kiss is sticking to the chocolate, you can grab the almonds and find 2 small almond pieces and slide the almond in between the kiss and the cherry, just like so. That's how you make the ears for the mouse. So here's my cherry, here's the kiss. I'm going to slide the almond into that little space in between the 2, making sure that the kiss stays stuck to the chocolate, and continue dipping the cherries and attaching the kisses. Then go ahead and slide in the almonds. I'll show one more time. We're going to dip the cherry, get it full of lots of good chocolate. Let a lot of that chocolate drip off. Then we'll put it back on the cookie sheet. Grab a kiss, press it to one side of the cherry, hold it for a minute or so, and continue. You can do all of the cherries in this manner. You'll then have 24 little mice that are all coated with 2 coats of chocolate. They have a candy kiss head and almonds for ears. There we go, just like that. Keep dipping your chocolates. Now, once you've dipped all of the chocolates in a second coating of chocolate, what you'll need to do is put them back into the refrigerator. Put your completed mice back in the refrigerator for about an hour. This will allow the chocolate to firm up and get nice and hard, just like you did the first time. After you've let your chocolate cherry mice firm up in the refrigerator for about an hour, it's time to add some eyes to the kisses to give the mice some personality. To do that, you'll need to use a pouch of icing or frosting. I got mine as a pouch at the store. You could also use a can of frosting. You only need a little bit. Put the frosting in a Ziploc bag, then cut off the corner of the Ziploc bag. This will make a squeeze bag, much like what I have from the store. You'll also need a small tube of black writing gel. This will also be used for the eyes. The first thing I'm going to do is, using my icing, I'm going to squeeze a small dot of icing towards the top of one kiss and another one next to it towards the top of the kiss. And then I'm going to uncap my black ice gel and do the same thing, one small dot on top of each white dot. There we go. Now, I can put these back in the refrigerator. Do this for all of the mice. I can put them back in the refrigerator to harden them up, and then your mice will be ready to have some fun with. You could take your finished mice and eat them just as they are, or you could put them on top of a cupcake, put them on top of a cookie, and either way, they make an adorable little treat. We hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Thanks for joining us for Books and Bites for Kids, brought to you by the Harvard-Diggins Library. Now it's time to take a look at a list of books that are great to read with this recipe or anytime. See you at the library. Happy reading!